It's good that Jet announced that we're looking into the hyperspace distortions and all, but I've got to say, I'm kind of shocked everyone in the city isn't really panicking. What about you, Tawny? Is it really okay that you keep blowing off Quasartico for this? There's definitely stuff at Quasartico that I should be doing, but surveying hyperspace Lumios is more urgent. The whole city is counting on us. I think the entire city just saw what happened with the tower, and this isn't even registering as anything else super crazy. They're like, yeah, we're used to it by now. That's what's up. I can see why you're Team MZ's leader. Between you, me, we can save any Pokemon that Rogue Mega evolves. Naveen. Couture coat with our logo. Carbo. I don't know how Carbo got to be our go-to guy for all things hyperspace Lumios, but he's surprisingly on the ball. Can't be satisfied shuttling between here and Richismere, right, Ansha? There you go. I got an exhibit I want to see at Lumiose Museum. Sure. Let's head out on a little field trip. More side quests have been popping up, so eventually we're gonna have to start taking on those. One look in the Lumiose Museum and you can tell it's remarkable. If buildings were Pokemon trainers, this one would be the champion for sure. I've never had a chance to visit, even with how close it is to Hotel Richizime. Lead the way. Maybe we're gonna get a little bit of a lore drop. Which one? And is this not Laverne? What fantastical looking city. Does such a place really exist? Sure does. The gym leader there is pretty mystifying herself. The tree in the painting is supposed to be 1500 years ago. Maybe AZ watched it grow up. Bet you're right. I'm sure his long years of wandering took him to all kinds of places. What like I would quite like to see this 1500-year-old tree. And your mama told me the same thing. She says it's part of what makes a Pokemon trainer's partnership with her Pokemon so amazing. I've gone all over the place with Lucario and the rest of my team, and I think your mom's spot on. Lumiose City. One truly appreciates the scale of Lumiose City when seeing it laid out this way. The city's sheer charm draws all kinds of people here. The Lumiose can also be a disaster magnet. The big power outage, the tower running wild, and now there's hyperspace Lumiose too. That's true. As much as I hope to find that fine legendary Pokemon in hyperspace, the idea that hyperspace Lumiose could merge with Lumiose is troubling. We're gonna find out what is causing the rogue Mega Evolution. We won't let those poor Pokemon keep suffering. You know, now that Prism Tower doesn't actually exist anymore, they should probably update this. It's remarkable that people in the olden days used handmade Pokeballs to catch Pokemon. Come on, Ansha, just tell us who your mama is. We all know who it actually is. I'm curious, how did it feel to reach rank A in the ZA Royale? Korrina. Next exhibit. The Sinnoh Temple. This is the Temple of Sinnoh. They say some legendary Pokemon appeared here. What if we found a section of hyperspace Lumiose resembling this temple? Do you think the fine legendary Pokemon I'm looking for would be there? Yeah, how did you meet Hoopa? I happened upon Hoopa, I suppose it was 6 months ago now. The poor thing looked much worse for wear. It seemed to just have lost a battle with a mighty Pokemon it played a prank on. Yeah, that's typical Hoopa. It was probably that Rayquaza. But I fed Hoopa a fresh baked donut and it perked up right away. It's stuck by my side ever since and helped me visit hyperspace. I wonder which exhibit she's gonna pick. Yeah. Mega Evolution. And the Tower of Mastery. Check out this painting. It's called the Tower of Mastery. I trained there for ages. Not exactly. When I was a kid, my parents were super busy, kind of like yours. I hung out with my grandpa a lot and naturally started to follow in his footsteps. That's how I ended up becoming a trainer. Is there a conversation about whether you want to be a trainer weighing on you? If I become a Pokemon trainer, I'd worry I'd never live up to the standard she set. At Cafe Soleil. All order for us. Go ahead and grab a seat. Do you take your coffee with sugar? She is like 7 years old. What is she doing drinking coffee? This is the flavor Mama loves so much. Ugh, I may need to wait and approach it again when I'm a bit more grown up. Your Soleil blend is looking real good to me. Trade you for my Moo Moo milk tea? If you don't mind that I've already taken a sip. From some amazing Pokemon. We wouldn't be able to do our survey work without you, so if things get rough, ask us for help. We gotta take care of you. Let's keep up the good work for all of Lumio's sake. I mean, befriending a mythical Pokemon is about as cool as becoming a Pokemon trainer. Looking back, it was reckless of me to dive headlong into hyperspace Lumiose, but when Hoopa Pride opened the distortion, I simply couldn't fight my curiosity. That's human nature. Who wouldn't try to peek through and see what's on the other side? Yeah, I would totally peek. The gang's all back. Lovely, what a luxurious way to pass the time. Look at you, wish I could have tagged along. You can visit the museum and go to cafes literally anytime you want. That is true. You just don't get it, Naveen. Guess we've got more important things to talk about. Indeed, well done not derailing the conversation. I have something for you, Ansha. Is it a jacket with... Oh, it's an apron. Oh, that's cute, actually. Oui. Thank you. I am pleased to be matching with everyone at last. How come only Ansha gets a logo? Can't you sew one onto my outfit too? Yeah, that's a lot of megastones. What was that? Seriously? All of you are just gonna stand there? Alright, fine. Or ghost Pokemon. Yo- A Gulpin? This Gulpin must have come from hyperspace Lumiose, right? Yeah, I know Emma has been dealing with cases where Pokemon mysteriously appear, and I think this Gulpin probably turned up that way. I bet Pokemon will pop up like this all over the city if we don't take care of things. What shall we do about our Gulpin guest? Hmm. I mean, I guess for now. Hello again, helpful squad. Sorry for the holdup. We've gone over the data from your mission and we learned something big. I need our rogue Mega Evolution Task Force over here pronto. Can't we ever have this conversation over the phone? There you are. Let's skip the do you do's. The distortion above what used to be Prism Tower continues to confound us. Right. All this research and we're still in the dark about that massive whatever it is. Sounds challenging. We think hyperspace Lumiose is sort of a big melange of subconscious thoughts. Well, to elaborate, the degree to which hyperspace Lumiose resembles parts of our city made us suspicious. So we went looking through your survey data to see if we could find a cause for the resemblance. We've come to suspect that it's not Lumiose itself being reflected per se, but rather memories of it. In other words, the subconscious. So it's like a citywide like manifestation of people's thoughts. There's a lot more we need to learn, which means you've got a lot more surveying to do. Now we got this. Well, let's make some donuts, and then I guess we'll call it until next time. But let's make some donuts first. Besides, we gotta try. Besides, we gotta try out some of the new berries that we got. Oh, 5 berries now. Okay. Again, let's do the ones that we have a lot. No, let's make a couple more. I wonder what happens if I can make a very sweet donut. Hmm. Ooh, that one's a nice one. Hmm.